Now, if you're a young, aspiring filmmaker at the start of your career, this video is for you. At one point, everyone in the industry will have been in the exact same position as you are right now. Eager to make great films and find clients and turn your passion into a career. But when you're at the bottom of this mountain looking up, it can feel like an impossible task. Although there are many different routes and avenues you can take within the world of filmmaking, you'll find that the majority of people have a very similar story of how they've started their careers. And in mentoring young filmmakers now, these are the 5 major steps we encourage people to take if they have the ambition to work professionally in filmmaking and video production. Step 1 is to create something. Momentum is a really powerful force in your filmmaking career, and there's a saying that it's easier to steer a moving ship in the direction that you want it to go than it is to launch it in the first place. And once you make the decision to start and create something, momentum builds and helps propel you to the next step. So if you're just starting out for the very first time, just make something, and it can be absolutely anything. You don't need to share it publicly anywhere, but the ability to film and edit a video is a crucial first step to get the process started. It's almost become a bit of a cliche statement at this point to say just use your phone, but at this point you can film and edit easily on a smartphone. And if you have a computer, you can download DaVinci Resolve, a professional high-quality editing software for free, which works on Mac or Windows, so cost is really not a barrier to entry. Make something, make anything, and get started. Step 2, get better. Once you can make something, use every video as a chance for improvement. And at this stage, your primary goal should be to make your next video better than your last. Maybe your last video was a bit shaky, so you're going to improve your filming technique to get smoother shots. Maybe your footage was a bit too bright and overexposed, so you're going to work on exposing correctly. Or it could be something you look to improve on your editing skills, maybe adding some simple sound design or improving your color correction. Now, it helps here if you have a subject matter that you can regularly access from film. And the large majority of filmmakers today will have started out by making videos for fun about their hobbies. It could be absolutely anything: sports, music, travel. But this process of regularly making videos and most likely sharing them with a community of people who are interested in that subject is a great way to start building your network and advertising the fact that you are a video creator. If you keep repeating this process, you'll very likely find, as most of us did working in film today, that someone will see your videos and ask if you can create a video for them. Now, that could be for their business or a passion project. Whatever it is, it's an important step into transitioning into creating video for clients. When the time comes and you're asked to create a video for someone else, you can make the choice whether or not you charge for this first video. But as a point of reference, most of us will have started out doing a handful of videos for free for the experience. And whilst you're early on in your career and still learning the ropes, there is an advantage to not charging, as it really takes away the pressure on what you're delivering. This step of creating a video for someone else is where you'll begin to transition from video being a hobby into it becoming a business venture. Likely until now, you also will have had full creative control over the videos you've been making. But once you're making a video for someone else, you'll have 2 very important different experiences. The first is working to a brief. Now, client briefs range from very simple to very detailed, but it's a crucial step to learn how to discuss a video with the client beforehand, establish their goals for the end film, and then film and edit accordingly to meet their vision. And secondly, amends. Now, you'll always present the client with what you think is the best possible version of the edit, and even if it is the best that the footage can look and be presented, it's very likely that the client will request some changes. No, God! Sometimes you'll agree with their amend requests and sometimes you won't. But learning to become responsive to the client changes and show your client that you've taken their feedback on board and re-edited accordingly is a crucial skill to make clients happy throughout your video career. Now, as your confidence grows in video production, so should your rate. When you're producing your first paid videos, be conscious of the time that each video will require, and in terms of filming and editing, it's perfectly reasonable to use the minimum wage in your area as a base rate. A useful tip for every new client you take on is to add a small incremental increase to your rate. Now, this could only be £10 or £15, but if you follow this method, in a year's time, you can increase your day rate by a significant amount. There's no perfect figure or formula for choosing your day rate, but a key point here is to always under-promise and over-deliver.
Excuse me, what are you doing in my office?
What I would like is for you to give me some money to direct a commercial.
Don't sell yourself short, but instead give an honest, accurate presentation of your skills and capabilities to a client. You should always be looking to surprise and delight them with more than they're expecting, rather than not being able to deliver on what you promised. And furthermore, communication is key. If you say you're going to do something by a certain date, the client will be expecting it. And you can under-promise and over-deliver here too. So when setting expectations with a client, always build in some extra contingency time. Hopefully you won't need it, but if some unexpected time-consuming challenges pop up along the way, you've still got a safety net to meet your deadline. Now, if you've got to this point where you're regularly creating content for clients, a key aim should be to reach a level of professional competency that we term the Freelancer Standard. It's not a set industry guideline, but the Freelancer Standard concept essentially means being able to shoot a news package, a professional 2 to 3 minute video with an interview narrative, and to be able to shoot relevant B-roll that helps tell the story of the piece. If you don't know what B-roll is, it's cutaway footage that you overlay over your interviews. It's hard to define the freelancer concept exactly, but as a rough guide, if you've reached this Freelancer Standard, you should have the confidence and competency to be able to deliver things such as film a multi-camera talking head interview with 2 cameras, Get professional quality sound recording indoors and outdoors and be able to cope with wind noise. Be able to light and interview professionally, whether that's using lights or working with reflectors if you're outside. Shoot relevant dynamic B-roll, including a variety of techniques such as tripod pans and tilts, slider shots, and also a wide range of gimbal moves. And lastly, be comfortable using larger professional cameras and a range of different camera brands. At this level, you should be comfortable delivering to most video briefs, as these competencies form the key elements of most video productions. You're now a valuable asset as a freelancer, and you may initially decide to look for work as a second camera operator to gain some experience before taking the lead on larger projects. Once you get to this Freelancer Standard, you'll likely be looking towards the next steps in your career. Maybe you want to specialise in a particular film set role, maybe you want to hire a team and create a production company, and maybe you just want to keep working solo and take on bigger, more challenging projects. Whatever it is, you'll now be at a point where filmmaking has become your career and the choice is yours about where to take your career in the future.